Now, the other thing on the wall here is truly, to me, the most moving. You can still see on the wall in this room where Edith and Otto Frank tracked the height of their girls as they grew during this time. Anne grew around 5 inches. She grew a lot. Margot, not so much because she was a little bit older and had already gone through that growth spurt. But to me, I think this is really moving because so often when we hear about this history and we think about this, sometimes it's just something we read in a history book and it seems really far away. Maybe you don't know anyone who was in the war, or maybe you've never interacted with someone who is still alive today who was a victim in the Holocaust, right? And sometimes we think, well, this was across an ocean. It didn't happen here in the US, so this is far away. Or maybe you think, I'm not Jewish, so I'm not connected to this. But when I see this on the walls, it reminds me that at the end of the day, the Frank family was just a normal family. They were normal parents, normal kids who loved each other, fought some, bickered some, but they were just a normal family because my parents did this for me. And I'll probably do this for my daughter as she grows up. And so sometimes we think of the Holocaust and I like to think of it in kind of like micro and macro perspectives, right? So the macro is the big picture. We know over 6 million people were murdered in the Holocaust, and that is so big, it's hard to wrap our minds around. So it's important for us to zoom in and look at a micro example and remember these were real people with real lives who had families who were very dearly loved. And seeing girls grow up and seeing parents who love them enough to track that is very moving to me and a good reminder that these were regular people just like me and you. And this history really isn't that different. And I'm really not that different from Anne.